Hi, Anthem, Pastor Buddy with Sandy Wild here, and we are going to be talking with you about Day 5, Fear Defeats Faith. This was, for me, one of the hardest chapters so far to preach on the life of David because he is our hero. He is the psalmist. He is the king, the root that Jesus comes from. He's kind of begins this lineage of kings that will culminate in our Messiah, who will reign forever. And to take a close, hard look at him just devolving, him choosing, seeming very willfully choosing fear instead of faith it's hard to take a close look at, and yet so important for us to take into account. And just it's so important to recognize that the fear really was illogical. It didn't make sense. It was baseless. And yet it was there and real enough for David to give into. Sandy, have you ever dealt with any sort of irrational fear?
Absolutely. I remember when I was a young mom and we were living in Twin Lakes in the woods, and there was a problem with underground hornet nests, bald-faced hornet nests. And I had two little guys, and I can remember finding one of our sons was in a high chair while I was doing the dishes, and I saw one of the hornets had come into our house. And so I panicked. I just knew he was going to kill my baby. And so I grabbed a broom, true story, grabbed a broom and killed it while it was on a window and shattered that glass window. And my husband was not real thrilled about that.
But it was dead.
It was dead. It was most certainly dead. Yep.
Hey, Sandy.
Yeah.
That reminded me of a bee joke, which I know is not the same thing. But when you hold a bee in your hand, what is in your eye?
I don't know.
Beauty, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So maybe you guys now are developing an irrational fear of my humor.
There you go.
David, on the other hand, moving back to the scripture, is just such a good lesson of things generally to do. But here in this chapter is quite clearly just a model for things for us as believers to avoid. Anthem, we're curious about you. What kinds of things today in your life circumstances are causing you fear? Are you allowing those fears to cloud your judgment, to go to war and wage war against your faith and your soul? We hope that the life and the story of David and maybe the broken window in Twin Lakes will remind you that sometimes our reactions to fear are overreactions. They're unhealthy. And ultimately, David shows us they can be very, very destructive. We hope that you guys will press into God and his word. We hope that you guys will continue to choose faith instead of fear, continue to trust the Lord as your provider and turn to him and cry out to him in your times of need. And we trust that he will continue to show himself faithful to us. We love you guys, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.